Hey gang, Hammersill here. Okay, so as you can see, I am playing the Dmitri Donskoi. We've got a tier 9 match, so in terms of matchmaking, it really does not get much better. Because, we've got even tier 7 ships in this game. So, right off the bat, I was pretty excited about that. There's no CV to contend with. Looking at spawn positions, 2 battleships and 2 cruisers here on this side. And we don't have a DD, but that doesn't mean we can't do anything. However, you can see Blamo in the chat box there, extorting all of us to do our best. Gneisenau and Helena and myself are all pushing up here toward the ICOP. But I don't want to move forward too quickly because I'm not exactly sure what the key is going to do. Gneisenau seems to be heading for the island, and in fact that's, I'm sure, where he's going to end up. But I'm not too sure about Key, and I think Key and Helena are gonna bail. Now, if you look at the mini-map, all of our ships other than Uderloy that spawned in the center, they're all moving over toward Charlie. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's definitely causing me to slow down my advance. I do not want to be caught out here alone. Now, Gneisenau, he's got great shells, but it's not a very accurate ship. It does really well. I mean, if it hits even at long range, it hurts. But it does really well at medium range and close range because it's got 7-kilometer torpedoes that hit pretty hard. But you can see Helena and Key, they are moving center and apparently plan to just stay out of sight. So I'm doing a little thinking here, and I think I need to just get out of here. I'm going to get close enough to be able to use the island for cover.
Обнаружены силы противника.
But I think I'm just going to bail. You got Seattle there. You can really only see 2 ships on the other side, red ships. Probably going to be on the mini-map is what I'm looking at. Probably going to be a pretty big red push on this side. Yeah, KGV, Boise. Throw some shells out there. Fire number 1. I'm not sure I could make this turn to run north of the little island that you can see on the mini-map I'm kind of headed toward. So I really don't have much choice but to kind of scoot past. You can see I switched to AP because Boise is showing me a broadside. And I'm hoping to capitalize on that, but he's moving pretty quickly forward now. We'll see. Yeah, it hurt, but not as much as I was hoping it would. And he's behind the island. Kind of taking a beating. Looking at the mini-map, yeah. That's a lot more than Gneisenau and I can handle alone. So, discretion being the better part of valor, I'm just going to get the heck out of Dodge. And you can see that I recommend to our Gneisenau that he do the same. But he was already aware of that. Now our boys over there at Charlie have done fairly well. Le Terrible did manage to secure the cap before sinking. But at this point, a little concerned. We're down on points a little bit. Their Asashio managed to grab the Bravo cap, and their Boise just secured the Alpha cap. And we are down a ship. And that Asashio, if he wants, he can remain hidden really the entire game. So, as you saw in the chat there, guys now and I are just kind of recognizing the situation that we're in. And I'm moving into kite mode. I'm sure they're going to push. They're going to want to push toward Bravo. So I'm going to position to be able to put shells on them. Not necessarily to stop their advance, but certainly to slow their advance, or worst case scenario, just irritate them while they make their advance. I have to angle against all of these guys, and I also have to angle against that Soyuz that you see on the mini-map there, kind of due south of my position. And one of the beauties of these Russian cruisers is that, I mean, look at that dispersion, and that's at almost 16 kilometers. 7 shells landed. That is beautiful. So, some of you may have had the opportunity to actually play the game with me, and you'll hear me in chat with newer players, you know, when they're kind of unsure of what to do, suggesting if you're in a cruiser that has the ability to light fires well, stay at distance, use your angles and speed, and just try to light fires. There's fire number 3. So that's what I'm doing. You know, we're heavily outnumbered. They've got a Bismarck, KGB, Boise, Soyuz, Seattle. It's just me and the Gneisenau. And looking at the Gneisenau's position, I know he's not going to be long for this world. Fire number 4. Yeah, it's just chip damage, just chip damage, just chip damage. But it's continuous. It is constantly raining shells. Every 12 seconds. Another big wave of HE shells leaves my ship. And down goes Boise. Nice shooting there, Gneisenau. So, pick a new target. Note that Gneisenau has 6,200 hit points, and that he's probably going to die very soon. There's fire number 5. And start rotating the ship. So buy a little bit more time before I'm smack against the edge of the map. Just because I can't see the Soyuz doesn't mean he's not there. Somebody's aiming at me. KGB was aiming at Gneisenau. And I'm guessing it was the Soyuz that was aiming at me. You can see I'm just about to the map edge. Because nobody's aiming at me, I'm going to turn in again. And just try and buy myself a little more time.
Requesting support.
KGB is slowed way down, so I'm just going to aim accordingly. Somebody's targeting me again, so I'm going to turn out. Now 2 are targeting me. Gneisenau's gone, so now it's just me all by my lonesome up here. Now our team has definitely secured Charlie, and I don't see much chance of the bad guys taking that back. We've got a Georgia, Drake, another Georgia, the Key that started all the way over here on this side, and a Takao all in the 910 line over there, when the fight really is at the Bravo Cap. I understand they've got to contend with the, you know, the DD, the black over there, which is, it's good, well, great ship really, and an Asashio. So I'm not blaming them for taking some time to get out of there, but I am a little concerned about whether I'm going to be able to survive long enough for them to get back over to the Bravo Cap. Meanwhile, chip damage, chip damage, chip damage. Down goes our Udaloy. Okay, so they've lost 3 ships, we've lost 5. They have about a 100-point lead. Our boys are tied up at Charlie. Kind of out here by myself. There's fire number 7. But I'm not giving up. Now, so he was showing me flat broadside, but I really want to try and finish off this KGB. Now, he could hurt me really bad if he gets a good volley of shells on me. But he's just about dead, and I want to try and finish him off. So he's going down. Now Soyuz, he's focused ahead of himself. So I have an opportunity here to do some chip damage on his broadside. I thought about switching to AP, but it's a fairly tanky ship. These are just 180 shells. And with IFHE, I can do significant damage with the HE shells. I'm up to 8 fires now. You can see I shifted my aim. Looks like he's accelerating, so I aim a little bit farther forward, trying to get another fire.
I need help.
And now he's realized that, hey, this Donskoi is actually doing some damage. I don't have much choice here. If I turn out, by the time I get about flat broadside to him, he's going to have his guns ready. So my goal here is just to angle up. I thought about switching to AP and going after the Seattle, hoping that torpedoes would do the job here, but decided ultimately, even though I did switch to AP, stick to Soyuz. He's showing me a little broadside, that's why I've switched. And of course you can see that I've changed his angle, so I'm thinking maybe I get a broadside shot on him. These guns rotate pretty darn slow. Yeah. I did manage to land a torp, so now it's just, can I squeeze by here without getting rammed? And I'm throwing the rudder hard to the side there. I managed to survive it, and that was just bad aim. I shouldn't have been shooting at his valve upper belt like that. I should have been shooting superstructure, but I fixed that. And now Seattle is dead ahead, and he's going to be showing me broadside. Now, as I mentioned, these turrets don't rotate all that fast, but that hurt. So yes, I do talk a lot about in these long-range fire starters, trying to keep your distance, use your HE, keep things burning, but in some situations it makes sense to close. And I think that was one of them. I might have felt differently if that Soyuz had managed to finish me off rather than the other way around, but so now we've got an Asashio on the enemy team and a Bismarck left. This game is pretty well secure. We've got a cap lead, we've got a 325 or so point lead. This is just kind of a mop-up. I think their Bismarck really let him down. Wherever he's at, he was not contributing much that I could see. He has taken 0 damage. That's a real shame. Because Bismarck's, it's not super tanky against tier 9 ships, but it's got a lot of hit points, and he could have been trading some of those for damage on our team. And if you look at the hit point lines, you know, the bars are Atlanta, myself, both are, for him at least, one-shot kills if he gets a good shot. Down goes the Sashio. Yeah, another 129 points and we have the game in the bag. Only 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. Our Drake is in the final cap. Now it's just a question of where is that Bismarck going to pop up. There's not a whole lot more that's exciting to watch. I think I do manage to get one more fire here. But this is a game I'm pretty proud of. Total of 12 fires, I think, at the end. Landed roughly 250 shells. Landed a torpedo, got a couple kills. Some Citadel shots. Tanked almost 1.5 million in potential damage. You can see there, picked up the high caliber. This has been a very fun game for me. Thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will see you the next time.